Hello guys, and I am here for some awesome game day bingo. Super excited to be here with you guys live as we're going to be streaming to those Pilot TVs, Player Connect app, pilotgames.com/PilotTV, YouTube Live, as well as the Twitch app. Our channel name is MegaSota on both YouTube Live and Twitch, so hopefully you guys are checking out those streams, sending out some messages as I will shoot you out some luck as you get on after some of this fantastic bingo we have right here in front of us. As we got a $49 minor jackpot at 52 balls or less. A major prize at 49 balls or less, $1,416. And then that lovely mega jackpot, $11,719 you could take home in 46 balls or less. We should be having a great time as we start to get the pucks going in this game, as this is some wild themed game day bingo. So we get to have some hockey pucks rolling across our screen, as well as we'll see our lovely wild player trying to shoot out those numbers to knock them out. As we get after it in this game right here, though, I would like to talk about our weekly bingo winners, as we've been able to give out 20 jackpots over the last 7 days and 293 jackpots so far in this season 16. It's been a fantastic season so far. As our first jackpot to go out yesterday went out to Hot Rod over at the Eagles Mankato, as Hot Rod was able to take home a prize of $2,500. Congratulations to you, Hot Rod, taking home that amazing win. It makes me think of the Andy Samberg film, which is a very funny comedy drama. It's kind of funny. It's one that I haven't watched too many times, but a star-studded cast. I mean, Ian McShane, Bill Hader, Isla Fisher, Danny McBride. Fun movie there. But Hot Rod did get that win there, $2,500. Can't wait to see tonight, as tonight we will have another one of those Pilot Payday games, as you'll have a shot at $2,500 once again. We then saw a major jackpot go out in Game Day Bingo later in that Thursday, as JC Masonry over at the Geneva Bar and Grill took home $7,035. Congratulations to you, JC Masonry, taking home that lovely win. We have players now 8 balls away, with Lil Red over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards leading the charge. We'll see if they can get those lucky balls to fall, as we are already at 38 balls fallen. But both of our jackpot winners, congratulations, Hot Rod and JC Masonry. Lots of great prizes going out throughout this entire week. One of them included a mega jackpot, which we saw on Tuesday go out to Call Me Yags, one of our longtime players. Shout out to the Yags crew, as they took home $63,000, a fantastic win. But if you guys want the best opportunities to take home great winnings, the place to stay up to date with all that news is our Facebook page. All you gotta do is search up Pilot Games and click on our logo. By doing that, you'll stay updated with weekly bingo schedules, event details and reminders, big progressives, player pictures, and more. You can also check out the website link on that Facebook page, as that is a link tree with all the info you need, including a bar locations tab that opens up a map that shows you all the pinned locations where you can play Pilot Games, our other social media links connecting you to our Twitter as well as Instagram, and even more there, including our streaming platform. So we'd love for you guys to check out all those great options there on that fantastic Facebook page. As we are coming down to the last few balls to drop in this game, as we have Benet S, as well as Ape Dog, Friday Gal, and there we got it, as we have Player over at Loft Playettes taking home that $17.90 Musco prize. Congratulations to you, Player, taking home that great win, as we now get enrolled into this next game with that minor jackpot clicking up from 52 to 54 balls or less. Should be a lot of fun as we get after it in this game and try and give out some great prizes. As we get after it in this game number 2, I would like to remind you of all of our live bingo that we have in store for today, as we play Game Day Bingo from 12 all the way till 1 p.m. every day, as I like to live host those shows Monday through Friday, and I'll even be here on a Sunday playing a little Vikings Game Day Bingo as a specialty broadcast for our Vikings matchup that's going down. At 1 o'clock, we'll then switch on over to a little Lucky 4 Bingo. Today's Lucky 4 Bingo matchup at 1 will have $57,519, and that's before a single player gets enrolled, so we'll even get a better prize by the time we get into that game at 1 o'clock. From 1 all the way till 4, you'll continue playing more Game Day Bingo, once again working on that minor, major, and mega prize. As 4 o'clock, we'll have that second and final opportunity on this Friday of Lucky 4 Bingo. Another shot at that $57,000 you will not want to miss out on. As that will lead you into our happy hour Game Day Bingo. As tonight, me and Jordy will be here live trying to give out 23 jackpot prizes from 4 all the way till 6 p.m. Should be a great time there as we compete on that minor, major, and mega prize. At 6 o'clock, we will then switch on over to your final opportunity of the week of Pilot Payday. We saw that Pilot Payday prize go out yesterday to Hot Rod. We can't wait to see who takes home that Pilot Payday prize today. It's only 10 cents a card to buy into that game, so it's definitely worth your chance. We'll then hop into more Game Day Bingo that normally runs from 6 all the way till 10 p.m., and tonight that will be the case. But twice a week, we do like to interrupt that 6 to 10 Game Day Bingo. Starting off, our first PGL special night coming up next week will be MegaSota Game Night. That gets started at 6:40 every single Tuesday. Lots of PGL points to be won there, as well as huge cash prizes, including a Jackpot Jungle Grand Finale game, which has a great opportunity where that Jackpot Jungle Grand Finale has a great opportunity sitting at $25,164. You could take home in 54 balls or less. I'd love for you to check that one out there. We also have our other awesome PGL opportunities, like our Wild Wednesdays that go on from 7 to 9 p.m. every single Wednesday. So make sure you guys are coming out for either of those specialty nights, 6:40 on those Tuesday nights and 7 p.m. on those Wednesday nights to get a little bit of that PGL action, some high-flying wins there, as we hope to see you guys take home great prizes as well as earn PGL points to try and get into those top 10 standings. To get into those standings and start earning points in that league, you got to sign up at pgl.world. Once you're signed up, you don't only compete for great points on those specialty nights, but you also get exclusive insider info. As we get after in this game, we got about 30 balls dropped in this matchup, meaning we're about halfway through this game. As we got Glenn right now 9 balls away. Over at the Piggy Barbecue, I could use some good barbecue on this Friday. It just seems like a good one. Maybe I'll make some barbecue for Saturday. I feel like a Saturday college football game day barbecue works great with. And it's been a while since I've had some home-cooked barbecue action. I need to get myself one of those at-home smokers so that I can actually make that barbecue action, because just oven-made barbecue, just not as good, in my opinion. I'm a huge fan of the smoker. I grew up with a dad that always had a smoker, and so he was always making pulled pork, brisket, ribs, all that kind of stuff. So I need to put a little cash to the side and save up and get myself a smoker, because that would just be a fantastic thing to be able to enjoy on a regular basis. We do have our player here as Botch over at the Ugly Bar is now 2 balls away. We'll see if they can take home that prize as we continue to get after it, as we try and give out this nice jackpot, but we won't be having that happen in this game, meaning that minor jackpot will be clicking up into our next game from 54 to 56 balls or less. Should lead to a very fun game number 3. But in this game number 2, $15.50 will be going out. We'll see if Raji's here, Botch, or Bananas will take it home, as it looks like Raji's here, or Raj is here. Over at Vic's Bar and Grill, Moorhead 006 is taking home that awesome prize over in Moorhead. Congratulations, Raj is here, as we now get enrolled into this next game. This next game will be a minor jackpot at 56 balls or less, and it should be a lot of fun. As we get after it in this game, I would like to start highlighting some wonderful national days. Our first national day is National STEM Day. National STEM Day on November 8th calls for full steam, or it's also STEAM Day, full steam ahead. The day inspires kids to explore the purpose of to explore and pursue their interests in science, technology, engineering, art, and math. Inspired by the Project MC Square brand, created by MGA Entertainment, the STEAM-based franchise features 4 super smart girls who are part of a super secret spy organization called Nov 8. That's A play on innovate. And because it's Nov 8, we're celebrating it on November 8th. I think that's a fun one to be able to highlight on today. STEM is huge and is a great thing to pursue. I know that Jordy, who's normally on air with me, she's not on air with me here, she is a woman in STEM, and so we give a big shout out to her as she's out there representing the STEM industry, as I like to give a little shout out to anybody who is out there that is a part of this industry that is very vast and full of very prominent, influential people, as science, technology, engineering, art, and math really pushes the boundary and evolves and shapes the way this world is formed. So cool stuff to be able to highlight on today, National STEAM Day, as we have just seconds before we are in this upcoming game right here. This should be a fun game, as that minor jackpot is now sitting at $98. 56 balls or less to take home that $98 prize. We'll see if we can make that happen in this fun matchup of Friday Game Day Bingo. And as we get those pucks rolling through in this game, I'll be starting to move on to our next national day. This one is National Parents as Teachers Day. National Parents as Teachers Day on November 8th encourages parent-teachers organizations and parents to join forces to support children in their educational goals. Absolutely, this is an important one to be able to highlight on today, as I know that whether you're homeschooled or you're just pairing up with the teacher and becoming a teacher at home to be able to help out those kids as they're working on their homework through their studies and doing other great things, I think it's one of those things that you can kind of find dual purpose within this National Day, whether you are creating a school at home and you're teaching those kids high quality education there, or you're trying to elevate their education through great aid at home. It's one to be able to enjoy on today, and the impact of having a parent that is willing to invest in their kids' future can be seen throughout many years of their life afterwards. So it's a great one to highlight, Parents as Teachers Day. I had the benefit of my grandparents were teachers, and so a lot of the time as I would get confused about different things, my grandma, she was a math teacher, and so I learned a lot from her about math and doing everything, and she was so good. She was retired by the time that I was learning about the math where I needed her help over what my parents didn't understand anymore, and then I had to move to her to be able to help me out. And then I had my grandpa also taught as well, and then also just the history buff that pretty much every grandpa is, I feel like helps with all my history classes and all that stuff. So you can find teachers within the family that can help you out all the time. But also shout out to all of those parents that take the time and dedication to be a solid foundation as a homeschool parent. I know that there's a lot of kids that get a really good education that way. And so we highlight parents as teachers on today. We have moved past our minor jackpot in this game, meaning that minor prize will be clicking up to 58 balls or less, and I will assume getting over $100 as we get enrolled, as we have Friday Gals over the Tasty Pizza Hanger 45, taking home our must-go prize of $23.40. Congratulations to you, Friday Gals, as I hope that you guys are having a fun Friday evening as we get enrolled into this game number 4. This game 4 will include a minor jackpot. 58 balls or less. We'll see what that prize grows to as we get enrolled over the next 2 games. Well, if you guys are enjoying a Friday and you don't have work later on today, maybe you could celebrate this next National Day, as it's National Harvey Wallbanger Day. National Harvey Wallbanger Day on November 8th recognizes a fruity and spirited cocktail made with 3 parts vodka, 1 part Galano, and 6 parts orange juice. Pour it into a highball glass and garnish it with an orange slice and a maraschino cherry. Definitely a fun one to be able to highlight. I am a sucker for a vodka fruity drink, and so it's a great one to be able to highlight. I'd probably really enjoy this action, as orange juice is a delicious combo with that. So maybe you could enjoy it on today. Harvey Wallbanger, as you're out there at those different bars, pubs, and locations. Hopefully, you can have a good time while playing some Pilot Games action, sipping on a Harvey Wallbanger. We got just about 50 seconds to get enrolled into this upcoming game, a game number 4 game day bingo. As this game 4 will include a minor jackpot of $122, and we'll see if that continues to grow as we get enrolled over the final 30 seconds. 58 balls or less. $1,474 on that major prize at 49 balls or less, and a mega jackpot sitting at $11,777. You could take home in 46 balls or less. We should be having a blast here as we get after it. As we get after it in this game, I would like to highlight our next national day, National Cappuccino Day. National Cappuccino Day on November 8th whips up a frothy, hot cup of cappuccino. It's a perfect drink on a frosty morning, meeting with friends, or just enjoying a creamy cup. Definitely a fun one to be able to highlight. I can't say that I've had too many cappuccinos, but I think it's a fun one to be able to talk about, as it's a coffee drink that's super popular. As we find out a little bit more about the cappuccino on today. The name cappuccino comes from the Italian word cappuccio, which means hood. The drink is named after the Capuchin friars because of the color of the espresso and the frothy milk resembling the color of their robes. The foam on top of a cappuccino is called macro foam, which is milk frothed with large air bubbles. The steamed foam insulates the liquid and helps it retain heat. Cappuccinos are traditionally served with a spoon so that the drink can be stirred. Definitely a great one, as the first cappuccino was recorded in 1930, but the drink became popular in the United States in the 1980s. So enjoy a cappuccino on today as you guys are out there playing some of these awesome games. So that'd be an interesting combo. A cappuccino and Harvey Wallbanger. That would really get your day revving. But it's also National Parents as Teachers Day and National STEAM Day, so enjoy all the great national days on today as we continue working through this game. 40 balls have dropped in this matchup as we are working through this game. We got that 58 ball or less minor jackpot as players are still in line, as we got Mr. Bunkman, Snorky, Friday Gals. Now we got Brown Town over at VFW Rochester, 5 balls away. We'll see if anybody can take home this awesome win here as we hit that 50th ball dropped right here, right now. 4 balls away for Snorky and Mateo. As we finish up this game, I would like to let you guys know what I'll be getting into after we give out this prize, as we do have a little bit of Vikings news to talk about, as they're now 6-2 after a great win against the Indianapolis Colts, where we were able to hold them to only 13 points. We saw 130 plus yards get caught by Justin Jefferson, who's been such a huge contributor so far this season offensively, and we hope to see that continue, as it was a real revamp of that defense after having 30 points scored on us in back-to-back games. Definitely a great one there as we get back on the winning side of things. As we finish up this game, we have Heather over the Sunshine Depot and Mr. Brunkman over at the Brickyard Bar and Grill, splitting up $20.70 on that must-go win in this game 4. Congratulations to both you guys, as we now get enrolled into this next game. This next game will include a minor jackpot at 60 balls or less. It always gets a lot more intense at 60 balls or less, so I can't wait to see who gets that lucky win here as we get enrolled into this upcoming game. As it does look like I'm having a little bit of technical difficulties. Hopefully I can be back with you guys in just a second. right, guys, I got it figured out. As you guys can see me, once again, as I'm not frozen on your screen, as we get after it in this game. We got $158 on that minor jackpot at 60 balls or less. A major prize of $1,503 at 49 balls or less. And a mega jackpot of $11,806 at 46 balls or less. Should be a lot of fun as we get after it in this game. As we're getting after it, I do have a little bit of Vikings news to talk about. As I was just highlighting our matchup versus the Indianapolis Colts and us, as we were able to get back on the winning side of things, it's now time to move on to our upcoming game. As this Sunday, we'll be taking on the Jaguars at 12 p.m. I'll actually be live hosting a little game day bingo action for the entire first half of that game. Should be a lot of fun, so hopefully we see you guys there out at 12 playing a little Vikings-themed game day bingo this Sunday. But as we are getting ready for that game, I'd like to talk about 3 matchups that will define this Vikings-Jaguars matchup. First one up is the reunion, Cam Robinson versus Josh Hines Allen. Former teammates used to go back and forth at it during practice. Now on opposing teams, as Cam Robinson was just recently traded to the Minnesota Vikings in a last-minute trade after Christian Darrisaw went down for the season. This past game, he looked great against the Indianapolis Colts, especially for a guy who had just gotten there on the past Wednesday. Hopefully, he can get a little bit more cohesive with that line, and I can't wait to see him hopefully get a revenge game against those Jaguars and take it out on Josh Hines Allen, one of the better pass rushers, probably the best defender on that defense for the Jaguars. Another thing we're going to be watching out for, the second matchup that will be defining this game, is a matchup between Jonathan Greenard versus the 2 offensive tackles, Walker Little and Anton Harrison. We'll see if we can end up winning those matchups. But before I get more into that matchup, we do have Mike W. over at Breel's Den taking home $158.70 on our minor jackpot. Congratulations to you, Mike W., as we now get enrolled into this next game. This next game will include a double must-go prize. As we already have $28 available there, you guys will just be adding to that prize as you get enrolled over the next 2 minutes. As we get enrolled into this game, we have just about 2 minutes to get enrolled. I would like to continue talking about our Vikings. I think Jonathan Greenard has been a fantastic player and an unsung hero, as maybe his numbers don't represent the kind of play that he's been putting out there, as he's consistently getting pressure on the quarterback and has created a lot more disruption than his sack total tells. That's going to be a huge one, as they are going to be playing without, it looks like, the prodigy quarterback, apparently, back from Clemson, Trevor Lawrence, as it looks like he has a shoulder injury and will be going against their backup quarterback. Getting pressure on that backup quarterback is going to force him to make mistakes. That's going to be a huge one there, and I'll be looking forward to see how that goes down. And our third and final matchup that will be defining the Jaguars-Vikings performance will be Justin Jefferson versus Tyson Campbell. No one's been able to slow down Justin Jefferson this season, and that's been a huge reason for Sam Darnold's success and his revamp of his career this year. I mean, everybody is going to benefit from Justin Jefferson, the best wide receiver in the NFL. Tyson Campbell is going to have a lot to handle a lot to try and stop him, and I think it's almost an impossible task with the way that Kevin O'Connell schemes up Justin Jefferson. I think it's one of those things that Tyson Campbell is just going to have be in the struggle bus all day long. And that's what I expect, especially as a Vikings fan. So send some luck out to our Vikings as they head on to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars at 12 p.m. this Sunday. And you guys can even check out an E-Tab game that's themed after our Vikings. It's called Vikings Victory. You can pick a letter in the Skull bonus round. See if you take home some of those Hail Mary jackpots. It's definitely a fun time there. We got just 5 seconds before we are in this game number 6 of Game Day Bingo. This should be a fun game as we got that double must-go prize that we are getting after in this matchup. As let's see what that double must-go prize is looking like as we flip that screen over. There it is. $49.30. Can't wait to see who could take home that prize, or maybe it's one of these jackpot prizes that we give out in this game. But as we work on it, I would like to shout out our e-tabs. So if you're not in this matchup, check out our e-tabs, as we have over 70 different Charitable e-tab games that you can play anytime and win huge prizes up to $1,500. These games have small bets ranging from 50 cents to $5. With awesome bonus and free play rounds in those games, we would love for you to check them out. One of our personal favorites is Buku Bucks. As you guys are out there getting your hunting season started, let us know if you catch any good deer, as well as if you catch any great jackpot prizes in the shooting skills bonus round. It's definitely a great time there. Buku Bucks, an awesome hunting themed e-tab game. But if that's not your theme, there's so many different options, from Winter Wonderland, which is Alice in Wonderland theme, to Go for Gold, which is themed after our Summer Olympics. It's always a blast there. And it may have switched over to Winter Go for Gold, which is themed after the Winter Olympics. So we'll see, as I definitely love those e-tab games and all the fun, exciting rounds that you can get after in those games, and themes too. We have just about 38 balls dropped in this game, as we got Loser Lady, El Jefe, and Mikey Mike leading the charge here. As we lead the charge trying to give out some awesome jackpot prizes, I would like to remind you that, guys, when you're playing Pilot games, don't forget to share those player pictures. We love seeing your smiling faces next to a jackpot message. But that's not the only photos we like to see. We also like to see you guys playing with your friends, your favorite bartender. Really just you having a good time playing Pilot games. We'd love to see it. So snap a photo, send it to us by directly messaging us on Facebook, posting them maybe on one of your social medias with the hashtag Pilot Games, or you can even email them to us at the great email jackpots@pilotgames.com. We can't wait to see all your smiling faces and celebrate with you guys. You'll even see some of those awesome player pictures as we get enrolled into a Game 7 in just a little bit. But as we finish up this game, we got Mikey Mike right now one ball away, as $49.30 should be going out very soon. As there's our winner, the guy who was leading the charge for the majority of that game, Mikey Mike, over the Old Piper in Blaine, taking home $49.30. Congratulations to you in this game number 6. I'll be taking a break over the next 2 games of Game Day Bingo, but I'll be back in just a little bit to give out some more of these amazing Game Day Bingo prizes. Hello, guys. I am here for these final games of Game Day Bingo. I'm going to be here live for 4 more matchups of Game Day Bingo, as we got a minor jackpot at 58 balls or less, $116. A major prize of $1,597 at 49 balls or less, and a mega jackpot of $11,900 at 46 balls or less. This should be a lot of fun as we get after it in this upcoming game, as you guys just have about 30 seconds before we are in this great matchup. As we get after this matchup, I would love to highlight the winners from the games I missed. The first game I missed, we saw $18.30 go out to KSGEO over at American Legion Buffalo. Congratulations to you, KSGEO, taking home that lovely win. We then saw another great prize go out in that following game, as $24.20 got split up between Jeff Woe HRL over at the Jimmy Food and Drink and Nan over at Corky's Bar South Haven, each taking home $12.10 in that great win. Congratulations to our winners in that fun game, as we now get after it in this game right here. A little bit of wild theme game day bingo, and since it is some wild theme game day bingo, we may as well talk about our Minnesota Wild, as they are 9-2-2, as Matt Boldy had 2 goals. Kirill Kaprizov recorded 3 assists, and the Wild beat the Sharks 5-2 on Thursday night. Matt Zuccarello's goal put the Wild ahead 2-1 in the second period, set up by a no-look pass through middle defender by Kaprizov. Kaprizov entered the night 6th in the league with 17 assists. Yeah, great stuff there for our Wild, and we hope to see that awesome action continue for our Wild as we head into our next game. We actually have a game happening tonight as we go through our road trip, as we take on the Anaheim Ducks at 9 p.m. Should be an intense matchup there, as we'll be watching out for our top performers, Matt Boldy, who has 8 goals and 7 assists for the Wild, as well as Marat Knustrov has had over the last 10 games. At Wild are 8-2-0, averaging 3 over the last 10 games, 3.9 goals per game, 6.4 assists, 2.4 penalties, and 5.6 penalty minutes, while giving up only 2.4 goals per game. So it's been a really good season for us. We hope to see our success continue, as we are still currently sitting at 2nd place in the Central Division standings, behind the 13-1 Winnipeg Jets. Well, send some luck out to our Minnesota Wild as that you guys play the awesome E-Tab game, Let's Go Wild. You can even check out the Slapshot bonus round to see if you can take home some of those awesome jackpot prizes. Should be a lot of fun there as we get after it right here in this game. As we get after it in this game, I would like to talk a little bit about some fun movies released on today. Actually, before I get into those movies released on today, we should be giving out a prize very, very soon, as we got Hippie as well as a Mikey Mike splitting up that awesome win. $36 going out between Mikey Mike and Hippie, as Hippie plays over the Main Street Pub, and Mikey Mike plays over at the Old Piper in Blaine. Congratulations to both of our winners there, as we now get enrolled into this next matchup. This next matchup will include a minor jackpot at 60 balls or less. We'll see if we can give it out in this game number 11 of Game Day Bingo. Well, like I said, we're going to talk about some fun movies released on today, and we'll start off the movies released on today with the 2000 work, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. This is a Jim Carrey classic, probably the first Jim Carrey movie I ever watched, as it also stars big actresses like Molly Shannon, Jeffrey Tambor, and other fun actors and actresses. This is a live-action adaptation of the beloved children's tale by Dr. Seuss, with the reclusive green Grinch, Jim Carrey, deciding to ruin Christmas, as he then learns that becomes better, and it's a fun work. It's an absolute classic for me, and a must-watch during the Christmas season. So happy How the Grinch Stole Christmas, as it was released on today in 2000. One of my favorite Christmas classics. I can't believe it's as poorly rated on Rotten Tomatoes. It's only 49% on Rotten Tomatoes. As like Elf is at 86%. I feel like the How the Grinch Stole Christmas is a great one as well. Next up, released on today, just 2 years later in 2002, we have 8 Mile, released on today. This is the story of B. Rabbit. But it's really about Eminem. The people of Detroit know 8 Mile as the city limit, a border, a boundary. It is also a psychological dividing line that separates Jimmy Smith Jr., Eminem, from where and who he wants to be. A provocation. It's a provocative fictional examination of the critical view in Jimmy's life, and it's based off of Eminem's life. It's not a biopic, though. It's just kind of inspired by Eminem, who stars in it as B. Rabbit, which he grew up in Detroit. So kind of makes sense there. You also have Anthony Mackie in it. This was probably the first Anthony Mackie work I ever saw. You also have Brittany Murphy and other fantastic actors and actresses. Great one we get to highlight here on today. 8 Mile, released on today in 2002. Next up, released on today in 2013, we got Thor: Dark World. This is maybe the worst Thor movie out there, but I do have to say it gets better as the more those Marvel movies had came out, as it drew a lot of things were drawn from this movie. It set up a lot of really random things throughout the entire universe, and so I do appreciate it in that sense. You got Chris Hemsworth, Natalie Portman, Tom Hiddleston, and other fantastic actors and actresses, Kat Dennings, Anthony Hopkins. The list goes on. You even got Zachary Levi, who now is a DC superhero, as he plays one of the, I think, he's one of the people from Asgard. Well, Thor: Dark World, released on today. Last movie we'll be highlighting that was released on today is the 2019 work Honey Boy. This is when a 12-year-old boy begins to find success as a television star. His abusive father returns and takes over as his guardian, and their contentious relationship is followed over a decade. This is based on Shia LaBeouf based the script off of his own life, as Shia LaBeouf stars in it, as well as other great actors and actresses. This is a really well-received work, as it's a 95% on Rotten Tomatoes. I think it's probably Shia LaBeouf's most impactful work he's probably ever done, and it came out on today in 2019, the R-rated drama action flick. Don't know if I'd consider it action, but, you know, it's definitely a drama. We are coming to a close of this game right here, as we got that $50.30 must-go prize will be given out, as we'll see which one of those lucky players gets the ball to fall to take home that prize. As here it goes, $50.30 goes out to My Rum over at the Riverboat Depot. Well, you can buy a little rum with that $50, as we now get enrolled into our final game of Game Day Bingo that I'll be live with you guys for. Get enrolled and press play, as this will be a fun game number 12 of Game Day Bingo. In this, am I getting wrong? Am I off on my games now? I could be off on my games. I need to double check now, because I'm second guessing myself. No, I have 2 more games left with you guys of Game Day Bingo. I don't know what I was thinking, as we now have just 1 minute and 30 seconds for you guys to get enrolled into this upcoming action. Should be a lot of fun as we get after it with a 62 ball or less minor prize in this game. We have a high likelihood of giving this one out, $255 there. As we get after in this game, I would like to continue on and talk about our Timberwolves. As our last game, we saw Anthony Edwards have 33 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists as he filled up the stat sheet. And the Minnesota Timberwolves beat the Chicago Bulls 135 to 119 on Thursday night. Minnesota rallied from a 13-point deficit. Julius Randle had 22 points and 10 rebounds for the Timberwolves, and Rudy Gobert finished with 21 points and 9 boards. A great game for our Timberwolves in that matchup, as our offense was definitely clicking in that game as we scored 135 points, the most we have scored so far in this regular season, as I was very happy to see that go down. We also had Mike Conley, who had 14 points and 11 assists. Minnesota struggled at the start of the game, but the Stars got hot at the right time, and we ended up having a nice win. We shot 70.8% from the field in the fourth quarter, which was a huge reason for our success. We also went 6 for 11 from 3, so better than 50% from the three-point line. Definitely was one to look forward to in that matchup. We also saw some great play from Terrence Shannon Jr., who went 2 for 2 on the field and scored 4 points as he got some of his first buckets of the year. Rob Dillingham also was out there, got some minutes, so getting some of those young players out there after our dominant play. But I mean, it was the bench that really showed out. Showing 13 points from Dante DiVincenzo as he played really, really good. 33 points from Anthony Edwards, 21 points for Rudy Gobert, 22 points from Julius Randle, 19 points from Jaden McDaniels, almost in that 20-point range. It was a really good game. So hopefully we continue to see that success as we start off a few matchups with the Trailblazers. This one will be at home against the Trailblazers at 8 p.m. Should be a fun matchup tonight as we take on that young Trailblazers team, hopefully to get us to 6-3 on the year. As well as sets the tone as we play the Trailblazers 2 more times in the month of November as we go against them here at home. We have one more home matchup, and then we head off to Portland and take them on in a doubleheader. So, should be a lot of fun there. I hope this for us to set the tone in that awesome game by getting a win here tonight. We got 34 balls dropped in this matchup. We'll see if anybody can take home our lovely win of $267 at 62 balls or less, as we have Parnelli right over at Hooligans right now 5 balls away in this game number 11 of Game Day Bingo. As we wait and see who's going to be taking home this prize, I do have some fun celebrity birthdays to highlight. As before I get into those celebrity birthdays, I'd like to give a shout out to anybody out there celebrating their birthday on this November 8th. I shoot some luck out to you as we hope you enjoy your fantastic games, and we'd like to shout out some of the celebrities that you share your birthday with. Starting off, born on today in 1847, we got Bram Stoker, the Irish theater manager and actor who created Dracula. Bram Stoker's Dracula is probably the most iconic Dracula out there. So glad that we get to highlight him on today as a great one. I always think of as you got the Bram Stoker's Dracula that came out in 1992 that is so popular. We do have our winner here as player over the Green Mill Lakeville is taking home $267.06. Congratulations to you, player, in this awesome game of Game Day Bingo. We will now be getting enrolled into this next game of Game Day Bingo. This next matchup and final game that I'll be live with you guys for will include a double Musco prize, as that $63.60 bingo bingo prize was still available in this game, and it's just continuing to grow as we get enrolled into this next matchup. But yeah, Bram Stoker's Dracula is iconic, with starring Gary Oldman, Winona Ryder, Keanu Reeves, Anthony Hopkins, and other great actors and actresses. It's a fun one we get to highlight as Bram Stoker was born on today. Next up, born on today, we got the 1900 birthday, Margaret Mitchell, the American author who wrote Gone with the Wind. Very influential work right there, as she also published many. She wrote only one novel that was published during her lifetime. That is crazy. The work Gone with the Wind. That is insane. That only wrote one thing and it ends up being such an iconic work. Definitely a cool one. Happy birthday, Margaret Mitchell. Next up, born on today in 1927, we got Patti Page, the American pop singer, who did With My Eyes Wide Open, I'm Dreamin', and as well as the Tennessee Waltz. Definitely a fun one to be able to highlight here on today, as she is known for pop and country music. She was the top charting female vocalist and best-selling female artist of the 1950s, selling over 100 million records during a 6-decade-long career. Happy birthday to Patti Page. Next up, born on today in 1952, we got Alfre Woodard, an American actress who was a part of Primal Fear as well as Cross Creek. And I know her for her roles in Salem's Lot, Annabelle. She does a great job in Luke Cage. She's in radio. She's in so many different works. She has numerous accolades, including 4 Emmy Awards, a Golden Globe Award, and 3 Screen Actors Guild Awards, as well as nominated for an Academy Award, BAFTA Award, and 2 Grammy Awards. Just a fantastic actress we get to highlight here on today. Alfre Woodard. Well, moving on to our next celebrity birthday, born on today in 1966, we got the British chef and reality TV personality, Gordon Ramsay. I absolutely loved his personality back in the day, as he was just the jerk chef, but he's really kind of taken it a 180, and he's no longer a jerk on reality TV anymore, and he just kind of has a lot of fun with it. But I used to love gosh, I'm trying to remember what his show was called, but it was so fun to watch throughout the years. Definitely a cool one. Gordon Ramsay, born on today. Last celebrity we'll be highlighting, born on today in 1990, we got SZA, a American R&B singer-songwriter who did All the Stars, Kill Bill, as well as Control. Big-time singer-songwriter, Snooze, Saturn, All the Stars, a great act, as she became one of the first female artists to sign with Top Dog Entertainment. Very cool stuff. Happy birthday to SZA. Maybe listen to some of her music on today. As we are coming to the back half of this game, we already are closing in on 40 balls dropped in this matchup. We'll see if anybody can take home our great must-go prize of $100, as Chris and Legit Girl is now Legit Girl is 4 balls away. As we wait and see who takes home this prize, I would like to talk about our player spotlight of the week. Our player spotlight of the week is Trecor over at American Legion Mound, as Trecor took home $9,604 this past weekend. And over at American Legion Mound, they support the American Legion Post 398 Mound, as their mission is to enhance the well-being of Americans' veterans, their families, our military, and our communities by their devotion to mutual helpfulness. And that's just a great reminder for you guys that you guys are supporting charities all across Minnesota as you play these games, mattering on where you're at. To find out what charity you're supporting, go on to our Pilot Games location tab, search up our location, and scroll down. You'll see a little great location. Under that location, you'll see what charity you support. It's a great option there. We do have a split win here, as Mad Dog over the Trail Stop Tavern and Spence over the Purple Goose are splitting up $100.20. Enjoy a little Lucky 4 bingo, and remember, when you guys play Pilot Games, your community wins.
Bye.